All right, good evening, every one of you. If you can hear my voice, okay, let me know which country are you tuning in from. If you are tuning in from Malaysia, then give me a smiley face. If you are tuning in from Singapore, then give me a laugh out loud, the kind of face, all right? Or if you're from other places, okay, maybe you can give me a hug, okay? I know in Facebook, there's a lot of emoji that you can make use of. Okay, from Singapore, great to see you. All right, I can't see your name. Maybe you just need to enable StreamYard to capture your name so that I can really interact with you better. Now I can see people are streaming in slowly. I just want to make sure, okay, I'm also checking all your comments as well. Now let me go to the Next Level All-Star Facebook group. If you have not joined Next Level All-Star, this is where we actually really share a lot of different content, be it about investing, be it about business building. Feel free to join our Facebook group, all right? And right now it's also live inside the Facebook group. Now let me just check. Good. Okay, good. I can see all of you here as well. So it's Gurmit. Okay, Gurmit, I can see you from my phone. That it's you from Singapore. Good to see you. All right. Yuan Kian is here as well. Sing Kiang. All right. Winston. Hi. Good evening. Good to see all of you. Now let's get ready to get started. In the meantime, I just want to make sure I share the right link to the different Telegram channel. Okay, for myself, I also have my own Telegram channel. You have not joined, then just check on the banner below. Okay, it's scrolling. You can join my Telegram as well because I actually post a lot of my own personal investment insights as well. So let me just post it inside the Telegram so that everybody can come in. All right, ちょっと待ってください. Okay. We are ready to get started, guys. Now, let me ask you guys this question. With the recent market volatility, what is your emotions towards it? Like, are you scared or are you excited? If you are scared, then type S. If you are excited, type E. Or you are just a little bit unsure, you don't know what exactly to do, you feel a little bit lost, then type L in the chat, all right? Let us know, okay? Because, when it comes to investing, definitely emotions will come in, right? Then the beautiful part of it is how can we control our emotion better and how can we make really sound decision, all right? So that we can become better investor. So I can see some of you are very excited. Many of you are excited, all right? Some of you are a little bit lost as well, Sandra. All right, Gary is excited and lost at the same time. You don't know whether should you tap into this opportunity. Who is this Facebook user? Say sell, panic already. Okay, so you're a little bit scared, so you want to sell away in case the market keep on coming down. Capital allocation. All right, fantastic. Now this is exactly what we want to talk about tonight, which is about the market condition right now, and I will share with you my personal views as well, but I think it's also very important that you don't take my personal view for investment advice. Okay, it's very important that you understand what are you doing. It's very important to do your own due diligence as well. Okay, everybody, please type DYODD in the chat. Okay, make sure you do due diligence after our sharing. Continue to read out more. Continue to form your own investment thesis. All right, because at the end of the day, it's your own conviction. You have to make sure you study enough so that you have the peace of mind to invest, all right, even despite volatility like this. DYODD stands for do your due diligence, all right? I think Jeffrey is like, what is DYODD? Now, let's get started. Now, here's my slides. Let me know if you can see my screen. Where's my slides, huh? Oh, okay, maybe I'm just going to share entire screen so that for sure you will be able to see my slides. Okay, hold on. Here it is. Are you able to see my slides? Okay, if you can see, please type S in the chat. Okay, S stands for see. So let me know. Okay, I know there's a little bit of lag, but it's okay. Okay, I'm just going to wait for your reply as well. Okay, I can clearly see that you guys are able to see my slides as well. So is this a market crash coming in, or in fact, maybe it's an opportunity? So let's go and really look into some of the news that has been affecting the market. Actually, since about a few weeks ago, the market has been dropping and for about close to 5%. So is this the start, or maybe it's just some temporary pullback? Now let's really take a look. Now, The first thing is, what are the news happening? Okay, I'm pretty sure all of you guys, if you have been investing, you will definitely have been heard of this news, right? Like, which is the China Evergrande crisis. They are thinking that, hey, could this be the similar situation that Lehman Brothers actually had, back in 2008, and that's why investors are very fearful. They are afraid that because of the crisis that China, this company is facing right now, it may impact and triple, that impact will ripple down to the rest of the world, the global economy, right? And that's how causing some uncertainty in the market right now. And then on top of that, apart from the China situation, okay, recently we also have this meeting, okay, from the Fed, and then they are suggested that in the coming months they may start to reduce. All right, there are $120 billion every single month in terms of their treasury as well as their mortgage-backed security purchase program. Okay, and the reason why are they doing this purchase program is because since last year, okay, in fact, if I'm not wrong, from May onwards, they have been doing this every single month so that to inject liquidity into the market, so that when they purchase it, okay, it's also easier for the banks to the interest rate will also remain low, and that's how it really encourage economic development, because when interest rates are low, it's easier to borrow money, and that's how it's easier to do business as well. So they really want to make sure they spur up the economy by doing some monetary policy to this. All right, so right now with the economy situation getting more and more certain, and that is why they are thinking that, hey, maybe it's really time to start reducing, right, the purchase program, because every single month they're basically spending $120 billion, which is a lot of money. So on recent Wednesday, they just signaled that, hey, this could be happening and interest rate may begin to increase, okay, and that is why the market is also having a lot of fear right now. And in fact, this is called tampering. Okay, so they do see that this tampering may coming, and they also think that this tampering buyback, this purchase of the securities may end, okay, during mid 2022. So right now it's September, so it's about maybe another 9 more months before this whole program will end. And the reason why they want to do this is because if they continue to do that, okay, it may cause other economic situations that they cannot foresee right now. Because right now, this economic situation, they are still recovering, and that's why they want to make sure they add in some liquidity to help the economy. But if they keep on doing that while the economy is pretty good already, it may cause another economic situation, and they don't want it to happen. And that's why they are thinking of tampering and slowing down the tamper process. So for those who are not aware of what is this, basically it's Federal Open Market Committee, FOMC, and they are the community that decides how to manage the monetary policy. So they are having a meeting right now. This is not concluded yet, but they are suggesting that this may happen. So as a result, because people are fearful that interest rate may hike, when interest rate increase, that means it's harder in terms of it's more expensive to borrow money. So when it's more expensive to borrow money, businesses may tend to slow down. It will also eat into their net income, their profits, and maybe it will also affect the earning per shares of the business. So as a result, okay, investors, they are always forward looking, right? So they think that, something, like the business may not earn as much money as it used to be, and that's why the stock price should come down. And that's how during recent times, okay, there has been pullback, okay, inside the market, be it S&P 500, you can see that, or maybe the QQQ, you can also see that there's certain pullback. Now, it's a or bigger correction is on the way. Yes, very good. So Ismail is asking, is this is it just like a temporary thing, or is it gonna be a bigger correction? Now, this is exactly what we are talking about tonight. But before I share with you my answer, what do you think? Is it temporary? If you think it's temporary, type T. Or if you think that something big is going to happen, then type B in the chat. Okay? Let me know. If you think it's temporary, type T. Or if you think something big is happening, okay, maybe it will really trickle down to a lot more economic crisis, then type B in the chat. B stands for bigger. Okay, T. Okay, Steve think that it's big. Xiao Mei think that is T. Winston think that is temporary as well. Nick as well. Yongjin. Okay, so I can see more of you are thinking that it's temporary, right? And some of you are more cautious. Hui Wan as well, they're more cautious and they think that something big probably can be looming. So Ismail very particular in terms of the sector. If something big for tech is going to happen. Now, very good. So firstly, let's take a look at some of the news that you can find it out there, all right? And in tonight, in particular, we are also talking more about the US situation. Of course, in China, with the Evergrande crisis, it's definitely not something that can be settled pretty easily. But if you look at the impact on the US, right? Firstly, we are going to take a look at later. But let's take a look at the FOMC. They are talking about slowing down the tampering. Firstly, why they are doing that is because there are certain preconditions. The first precondition is the US job growth through September, it must be reasonably strong. So what does that mean is, if the economy is recovering well, then they will start to slow down the tampering. Okay, and of course, if the economy is not recovering well, the September, based on the report, okay, which is going to be released in early October, the non-farm payroll report, okay, if the non-farm payroll report is very bleak, it's not good, then of course this tampering process will not slow down, right? However, if they think that, hey, this is pretty decent, then they will start to do the slowdown process. So if you think about it, actually, it's pretty good, right? In a way that if the economy is pretty stable, pretty decent, then they will slow down the process. Then isn't it good? It shows that the economy is indeed recovering. It's indeed pretty decent and pretty strong, right? So, and then second thing is, they are also saying that it's not going to something that it's immediately to increase the interest rate, okay? They will only start to do that after they have really kind of completed the program, which is the tampering program. Before that, they will not suddenly increase the interest rate. So in this case, you can see that, the Fed wants its purchase of treasuries, of the mortgage-backed securities, which is the tampering program that they're doing right now, to end before it starts lifting borrowing costs, which is interest rate. So they expected that the tampering program will end mid of next year. So it will not be so soon before the interest rate actually start to increase. And I also don't think that the Fed will be so out of sudden want to increase the interest rate by a lot. So it's gonna be a gradual process. And if you think about it, back in 2008, when economic crisis happened, this tampering process was also there. All right. And slowly, gradually, they also slow down the tampering process to eventually, of course, stop because the economy has recovered, right? So if you think about it, the market has actually increased by a lot, okay, despite of the tampering process happening back in 2008. So this is the first thought that I want you to start thinking about, which is long term. Now, how about the second news? The second news is, China's Evergrande says that due reach to avoid default on key bond. Okay, so what does that mean is they say that the issue is not as big, but of course we cannot take it as it is. But if you think about, if your majority of your portfolio is inside the US, actually the Fed even said that you should not view this as a preview that could happen with other operations around the world. So this situation right now is seems very particular to China. All right, so it should not distress other countries, especially the US. So even the Fed says that it does not appear to pose a risk to the major US or the Chinese banks as well. So in the case, the US government is saying that, hey, this issue, this crisis is not really going to affect us. And if you think about it, this particular situation is really more towards the China economy side, the China debt borrowing side. So it really doesn't affect US that much. So if you think that these may impact US, actually it's not so much. So you don't really have to worry about that. So that is why if you think about short term, in the past 5 days, in the past maybe 2 weeks times, the market is volatile, right? Dropped by a few percent. However, once again, like I mentioned earlier, if you think long term enough, even back in 2008 when the crisis happened, again and again, the market just keep on going where? Guys, where is the trend that you actually see? Despite of so many crises that we have been through before, and with every crisis, okay, definitely there is tampering, okay? But then tampering will also eventually stop because the economy situation also recover, right? But after so many years, the market just have one single direction. And it's very obvious, it's going up, right? Exactly. So William also said going up, yeah. So if you have the long-term thinking, then why should you be afraid of investing, especially if your horizon is long enough? Okay, so if you understand the process of really having the importance of cultivating long-term thinking, please type LT in the chat. Okay, and once you have that long-term thinking, right, actually investing becomes so easy. Really, it becomes so easy because it's very hard not to make money from the market if you are long-term enough. If you look at S&P 500, for the past 10 years, just buy and hold on to S&P 500, your annualized return will have been 16%. All right. And of course, occasionally certain years did better, especially since last year, 2020, all the way to now. That last year is tremendous, right? And that's why SPY also increased by a lot. But in general, we don't take that last year as the case that be for every single year. Definitely not the case. However, if you just stretch your horizon long enough, every single year annualize it, it's about 15 to 16%. Pretty cool, right? How many of you are happy with 16% return for the next 10 years? Okay, every single year is a compounded as well. If you're happy, please type me in the chat. Okay, so this is the power of when you invest long term. Now, let's take a look at another ETF, right? Because this is S&P 500, the top 500 companies in the US. Then how about tech focus, NASDAQ, QQQ. And this is QQQ return. Now, let me see, go back to the group. I just want to make sure you guys are able to see it. Okay, you can see, right? Yes, happy, better than CPF. Hey, do you know that with CPF right now, it's actually possible to invest in a fund that tracks S&P 500. So the fees are very, very low. But at the same time, you basically can invest in SPY using your CPF. How many of you would love to know that? If you would love to know that, right, please type CPF in the chat, okay? Type CPF if you want to learn how can you actually invest in S&P 500 in a very, very safe manner, and you can grow your CPF money as well. And what can you use CPF? Eventually, maybe you can use that portfolio that you earn from your CPF income and to buy a house, right? Okay, very good. Okay, so many of you. Okay, of course, this is not something that I'm going to talk about today. Maybe 2 weeks later, okay, when I go on live again, I will definitely prepare content that it's since a lot of you want to learn how can you invest in SPY through CPF. I'm personally doing that already, and I think it's a really no-brainer way of better utilizing your CPF than just let it sit inside, which also not bad, okay, 2.5%, but like, of course, you can do way better than that, which is like 16% if you just have a long-term horizon. Now, let's take a look at QQQ, right, which is another ETF. If you have been following my Telegram channel, you will know that I personally do options on SPY as well as QQQ as well. But even without doing options, you can see that the 10-year average return for QQQ is 22.8%. Close to 23%, right? Which is way higher than S&P 500. So that is why if you believe that the future economy will revolve around tech, then you can even consider just buy and hold onto QQQ as an ETF. And in fact, QQQ stock price has shot up tremendously, even more, way more than SPY, if you just buy and hold. Okay, and how many of you believe that in the next 10 years, tech will still be around? And they will actually be also the key driver for the economy as well. If you believe so, please type tech in the chat. And the beautiful part about investing in ETF is you don't necessarily have to nitpick certain companies, right? Because let's say S&P 500, the top 500 companies in the US, your Apple, your Facebook, your Microsoft, Tesla, everything is inside. But one day, if one of them are not doing well, let's say, for example, if for some reason, Apple no longer is the Apple that we know today. It cannot catch up with innovation. People no longer want to buy Apple. So the earnings start to decrease, and eventually Apple become not a powerful company anymore. It will get kicked out. It will get kicked out by S&P 500, and another brilliant company will join the league, right? So in a way, you are literally just always investing in the best. So that is the beauty of S&P 500, and you have an immediate diversification of portfolio. You don't have to monitor, and your portfolio is still growing in a very, very consistent manner. It's way better than you investing in any unit trust, in my opinion. Yeah, unit trust fees is so high, okay? But when you invest in ETF, the fees is so low. At the same time, your return is so much better. Now, if you look at the chart right now, in terms of S&P 500, guys, for those who have attended OMI before, please tell me, okay, what do you see? Do you see support or do you see resistance? Okay, S or R? Okay, for those who attended OMI, you know, okay, this is the basic in terms of technical analysis. And of course, we teach more inside OMI as well, but just look at the basic support and resistance. Is it at support or is it at resistance? What do you guys think? Support, resistance, support, okay? Break support. Okay, Aaron said support as well. Hey, good to see you, Aaron. Okay, long time no see as well. Yongjing said resistant. So it really depends on, actually, if you think about it, it's at a pretty good support. And of course, you can say that, oh, maybe right now the previous support become the resistance. And that's why you are more fearful. Because it could be, it really could be, and nobody can say for sure. Nobody have the crystal ball. So it could be the market keep on dropping, then the current support could become the resistance level, okay? And that's why it's so crucial when it comes to investing. You don't go all in at one time, right? You always invest with trenches. So your bullet, let's say you have, $5,000 to begin with, then you don't want to invest $5,000 immediately at this level. You probably want to break into, let's say, 3 tranches, okay, $1,000, $2,000 over here. If it continue to drop some more, good, I can buy even more at cheaper price. And then let's say if it continue to drop some more, fantastic, I use my third bullet. Okay, if you understand the importance of portfolio sizing and invest in trenches, type I in the chat. Okay, partial order. Yes, very good. William also said, right? Partial order. If you want to, actually, you can. Indeed, actually, it's a pretty good support. It's a pretty good support. And if you want to really start investing your first tranche here, if you have not get started, okay, if you have already started, then maybe you may not have enough bullet, then you may want to wait some more in order to increase your level of safety. However, if this is the first time that you're doing it, first time you are buying into, let's say, S&P 500, I think this is really a good level because it has really pulled back quite a fair bit from the peak. And if you buy now, your layer of safety is already higher. And if it drops some more, you have other bullets to add in your positions. Okay, that's how you dollar cost average down. And overall, long term, guys, long term, it goes up, right? So if you think about it, if it long term goes up, your first tranche is here. At least if it really rebounds, you didn't miss the boat. Okay, at least you have some money already vested in the market. However, if it drops some more, your second bullet and your third bullets can come in. And long term, okay, you just have to make sure you have to invest in long term. Then you are definitely gonna make money. Okay, it's really, really simple. Now, let's take a look at QQQ. What do you guys think? Is it a support or resistance? Support or resistance for QQQ? Pretty obvious, right? It's actually even, if you look at the technical side, it looks better than S&P 500, okay? Because it's at very near to the support level right now, right? So once again, you can decide to invest in QQQ at a very good support level and your margin of safety is higher, right? Yeah, so near support, right? So this is where you can consider to enter your first tranche if have not, all right? And of course, if you know how to do options, which I have actually talked about it again and again in my YouTube channel. You have not followed my YouTube channel, make sure you do it, because all my content, it's all listed over there. It's so much easier for you to navigate. Just subscribe to my YouTube channel and watch this video on the first, whenever you come into my channel, that will be the first video. Make $2 million with $5,000. It's really, really doable, but of course, it needs time. So in this case, it's about a 10-year runway. But who is happy to make $2 million with $5,000 in 10 years time? If you're happy, right, please type K in the chat, okay? Type K. Why? Because this strategy is called kurikaishi, okay? In kurikaishi, in Japanese means rinse and repeat. You just need to kurikaishi, rinse and repeat this strategy. You are going to make money in a very safe manner. But once again, it's long-term. It's long-term, long-term. So yes, so you can do both. Options is a fraction of cost as compared to you buy stocks. Okay, for those who have learned OMI before, you will know it. So go to my YouTube channel. If you want to tap into the power options, this is how you can learn the first step. Okay, but of course, when I do my video, I can't go very in-depth. Okay, this is just one of the kurikaishi strategy that I implemented on my portfolio as well. For those who have been following me, you know that the strategy that ever since I talked about it during May this year, it has gone up 50%, more than that. Okay, but recently there's certain pullback, but even with the pullback, it's about 50%. Before that, it's 60% up. Also pretty good. Now, for those who are very, very new to options, okay, how many of you attended OMI before? If you attended OMI, type OMI in the chat, okay? OMI basically is our 3-day options flagship program. Really teach you step by step what are the rules that you need to pay attention to and how should you be really executing options the right way. But before you come for the 3-day OMI program, it's also very important that you have to see, hey, is options something that you really want to learn? And that's why we have our 2-hour options foundation class. Okay, for those who are completely new, make sure you can come and join me. I'm conducting this options foundation class next week, Wednesday. I think it's about 7:30 p.m. Yeah, it's about 2 hours to 2.5 hours maximum. So come and learn. I'm going to share with you 3 option strategy that you can profit. Okay, not just when the market go up, but even during volatile time like this, market going down or going sideways, there are, option strategies to profit in a very consistent manner. But of course, if you're an OMI student, no need to attend because you already attended it, right? But this is just the foundation class. And at the end of this foundation class, I will also share with you some additional information about OMI. Okay, just like Henry said, right? OMI is really awesome. Like we really teach so many things inside step by step. So for those who are very keen to use options to accelerate your return, join my upcoming workshop, okay? rebrand.ly/OIS workshop. Just register. It's happening next week, Wednesday evening. Now, okay, but some of you, right? 10 years in, yes, exactly. Yeah. So now, some of you are very new to options, or maybe you have not heard of options before. If you're new, please type new in the chat. Let me know. If you're completely new, I can totally understand that you will have don't have confidence to enter because just imagine I ask you to try some very exotic food. Maybe you also feel scared, right? So it's the same thing when it comes to investing. If you're very new, especially to options, then you may not have the confidence to get started using options. Don't worry, whatever things that I'm sharing tonight, it's applicable even though you are a complete beginner. Guys, so for those who have some experience already, if you want to tap into the power of, let's say, the right now at good support, very good level to enter, apart from doing options, what else can you guys do? What else can you do if you don't want to do options? What else can you do, guys? Okay, for those who have attended OMI, what do you think? Apart from doing options, for those who are completely new, what else can they do if they don't know anything about options? Because they need to attend a foundation class first also. Okay, if they come CFD, William, what are you talking about? CFD, no lah. Oh my god, it's buy shares. Yes, exactly. Nick also another CFD. No lah, I don't do CFD. I also don't know how to do CFD. Yes, okay. You can buy shares. Okay, you can buy shares. And the beautiful part of investing in US market in particular is you don't need to buy 100 shares. You can start with how many shares, guys? In US market, how many shares? one share. Okay, for example, if you remember just now, S&P 500 is about $400. You can already start investing with just $400. So investing is the entry of level is so low, okay, as compared to, let's say you want to buy property, it's easily, if you buy in Singapore, easily a few hundred thousands. But investing in US especially, you just start with like, actually $100 also can, because there are certain stocks that's $100. For example, recently Johnson & Johnson actually dropped quite a lot. For those who want to check it out, you can check out J&J. It really dropped to a very nice level, and J&J is a very, very stable, solid leader company especially in the pharmaceutical industry. So $100 you can buy J&J. Okay, let's say you want to buy ETF, which is a safer way of investing because it's instant diversification. Then it's only like $400, $500. You can already get started, right? So Jack like say, buy fractional share. Of course you can do that. But well, I think to make it easier for beginner to understand, just buy one share. Okay, how many of you have $500? If you have $500, type 500 in the chat, okay? And then you can really get started investing in S&P 500 or like QQQ, and that's how you can tap into this current opportunity the market is giving you right now. But of course, also very important is, my advice is, don't just invest with $500, okay? Because you need to make sure you compound your wealth, right? You need to make sure you compound your wealth. So if you forever just invest with $500 and you just stop there, you are never going to get extremely wealthy. Even though your $500 can be like 10x, it's only $5,000, okay? However, if you are continue your investment journey every single month, let's say you invest $500, then over time, your portfolio will become really, really meaningful. Okay, how many of you want to have meaningful return? Type M in the chat. If you want to have meaningful return and that can truly give you the lifestyle that you're looking for your family, for yourself, time freedom, financial freedom, then you need to invest more money. Okay, inject. Okay, everybody type inject in the chat. Continue to inject money inside your account. Don't just stop at $5,000. Don't just set a $10,000. Whenever you have money from your salary, certain amount of money, really save it, plan it aside, and fund your account. The more that you do it, the better. Of course, you need to become a good investor, okay? Don't anyhow squander your money away. That's why you come to OMI to learn as well. And then you invest properly. Investing is really so safe, okay? As long as you do it the right way, long term, it's a sure way to make money. A very, very safe way. Okay, very good, very good. So what is the best way? Okay, Shannon is asking, so what is the best way to purchase QQQ? Okay, can you buy a world ETF using options? Okay, I've never heard about that before, but you have to be paying attention to, because not every single ETF have options. Firstly, you need to check whether does it have options or not. And even though it have options, it may not be very, very optimal to use options because the open interest can be very low. Okay, so you just have to pay attention. During OMI, we will actually share with you some additional criteria if you were to actually invest using options to accelerate your return. Now, very good. So now let's answer Shannon's question in terms of what is a best way to invest using like, let's say you want to buy QQQ and stuff. So right now, let me just share with you. So definitely you can use many different brokerage platforms. So for me, okay, I have been using, before I share with you the brokerage platform, firstly, like I mentioned, you can buy shares, okay? Because just by buying shares, for the past 5 years, your return will have been 100%, more than that, in fact. So every single year, your annualized return is more than 20%, which I know it's a very, very good return to most beginners who have not even thought about investing. This is way better. And that's why really get started. The most important thing is get started, right? Do yourself a justice. Get started investing. That is the most important thing. And what brokerage platform to use, okay? I personally been using Thinkorswim, but I also know Thinkorswim, I don't know why, they take forever to open right now. I'm not sure how many of you try to open TD Ameritrade during the past few months. In fact, for the past 1 year, it takes like at least 2 months to 3 months to even open an account. And that is why right now, I just feel that, okay, there is I don't want you guys to wait 2-3 months to even get started investing. And that's why I think speed is very important, especially with market giving you such a good opportunity right now. And for those who are joining OMI during this weekend, in fact, tomorrow we are having our 3-day OMI workshop, our flagship program. For those who are joining, if you have not go and open your account, make sure you go and open an account, but don't open TD because it will take 2-3 months before you can open an account. And that's why, for me, I personally think that you can consider using Moomoo. Because Moomoo, firstly, it's a very, very user-friendly platform. I personally also have started using some of my money inside as well. In fact, I just helped my dad to get started using Moomoo, and I realized that, wow, it takes so fast. It's like within a day, his account get approved. And then on top of that, we funded his account within the same day as well. So it's super quick for those who really want to tap into the current situation, the market opportunity is giving you right now. Really get started as soon as possible by opening an account and fund your account, right, so that you can start investing. And right now, right, for Moomoo, they even have promotion. So what kind of promotion do they give you? They give you extra $88 if you fund $2,700. And guys, $2,700, it's so little when it comes to investing. Like I mentioned earlier, inject more fund. The more fund that you invest, right, the better quality companies that you can select. And on top of that, you can really do more option strategy. But more importantly, you need to make sure you come and learn how to do first. But if you don't know anything about options, buy shares. Remember, just buy shares. Buy QQQ, buy SPY. Start accumulating them. You are going to get wealthier. All right. And on top of that, right now you fund $2,700. They give you $88 for free. They will put that $88 inside your account. So you already get free money even before you get started investing. So for those who have not opened Moomoo account before, then you can use my link, rebrand.ly/Moomoo account. Maybe somebody can help me just type this link inside the chat as well. And one more good thing about Moomoo is they do want to encourage you to use their platform, right? So if you actually execute 5 trades, they even give you a free Apple share. How many of you want to have Apple working for you? If you want to have Apple working for you, please type A in the chat, okay? And this is how you can do that, by owning the share of the company. When you own a share, the CEO is working for you, right? And that is the beauty of investing. Really, when you invest in great businesses, right? All those top mind CEO, top brain, they are helping you to make money, okay? And they are working very hard for you to grow your wealth. And that's why I highly, really cannot stress enough. Start investing. You are going to get wealthier. You just have to make sure you select the right company. All right. If you don't know how to select, come to our foundation class. I'm going to teach you as well. During OMI, of course, we teach you much more in depth. All right. Come and learn. And if you know how to use options, which Moomoo can do options as well, you can accelerate your return so much faster. Right. So, okay. Thanks, Henry, so much for helping me to type in the link. So all you need to go in the link. And right now, by the way, this offer is not forever. Okay. This $300 worth of gift, it's for you if you decide to fund your account, which is $2,700 only, by 30th of September. So you still have about 1 week to go. But remember, like I mentioned earlier, I helped my dad to fund his account, open account to fund the account within a day. So you will have more than enough time to do that. But of course, you don't wait until too last minute until the offer expires. Then you won't get your $88. You also won't get your Apple shares. So all you need to do is to make sure if you want to apply right now and then fund your account, next day, tomorrow, you will have already gotten your account. Then you can start investing. Okay, you start investing. So what kind of stocks you can invest? Okay, provided okay, how can you get free Apple share? You need to place 5 trades. That means you need to buy 5 things, or maybe you buy, sell. But I don't recommend buy, sell, because we are talking about long-term investing, right? Buy and hold is the best. So guys, from my sharing just now, what do you think you can start investing? What do you think? What do you think you can start investing? Yes. Okay. For Siwen, for the first 180 days, right, it's commission free. So if you are concerned about there's commission fee, everything, actually for the first 180 days, it's commission free. It's completely free to buy shares. Okay, and that's the beauty of it. They basically want you to try out the platform to see whether you like it. But for options, there is a charge 65 cents, which is the same as you using TD Ameritrade. So if you talk about the first few months, the first 6 months, it's the same, right? The fees that you have to pay to TD for options, it's the same as you still have to pay for Moomoo lah. But shares is also free. Okay, different account can use same a bank account and fund. Okay, Junkai, when you open, I think so, but you need to make sure you open using a different email address. Okay, because they will recognize you by email address. So it's very important that you need to make sure if you want to get these bonuses through my link, then that's how you need to use another email address to do that. Okay, that's how you can able to get all these bonuses I just mentioned, but you have to fund your account $2,700 within by 30th of September. Okay, so any more question? Buy some Facebook. Actually me too. I bought some Facebook. And in fact, tonight I'm going to buy some more. Like legit. I really think that Facebook is a very, very strong company. Super strong. And right now the stock price just started dropping because there's news saying that, Apple issue privacy affect Facebook and everything. But I think long term, Facebook has a very, very strong economic mode. I'm not worried. And right now the stock price actually dropped. It's a good time to enter. And of course, always do dollar cost averaging, right? Enter first tranche over here, and then like if it drops some more, then buy some more, right? But of course, you have to make sure you do portfolio planning. Okay, don't all in Facebook. It's gonna be very dangerous because who can say for sure that Facebook is going to be around for the next 10 years, right? So just want to make sure you diversify your portfolio, invest in something like just now we talk about QQQ, SPY. For sure, it will be around, because it's made up of the top 500 companies and top 100 companies in the US. All right. So what is the transaction fee for Moomoo per share after 180 days? This one, good question. I think Google it. I have not checked that out yet, but it's a very good question. But if you want to, okay, within 180 days, if you're happy with the return, well, then you can consider to stick around. Okay, but the thing is, for TD Ameritrade, one good thing is they do not charge for buying and selling of shares. Okay, but for options, it's still chargeable by 65 cents, the same as Moomoo. Okay, US, China, SG, Malay. Yes, you are right. So one good thing about Moomoo is it's international. So you can even use Moomoo to buy Singapore stocks, Hong Kong stocks, all can. Okay. I think for China, it's also possible. This one I need to confirm, but Hong Kong, Singapore for sure can. Yeah, so that's the beauty of it. So close to, okay, so Kenny has answered $2. Just dropped due to news articles. Facebook. All right. Okay, but do due diligence. Yes, make sure you do that. Okay, so while people come and go, CTO step down, American Koi. Okay, yes. All right, thank you so much, Henry, for helping me to put in the link again. All right, so is it safe to put money? It's basically regulated by MAS. So if it's regulated, I think there's definitely a layer of safety. But if you're not too comfortable putting a lot of money, then maybe you can get started with $5,000, $10,000. I think that is for sure no problem. No problem. Yeah, maybe you don't put few $100,000 if you're not comfortable with. Okay, but it's also good that if you can use Moomoo to invest in international market. Okay, with the recent bad news of China, could be potential opportunity for you to invest in some great China companies, or if not, buy China ETF. Also possible, right? At least you can invest. TD, you cannot invest in China, and you can only invest in US with TD Ameritrade. Okay, pre-market is already up. Good news. Hoo-hoo. Yes. Okay, so William, because it's regulated by MAS, so they do have certain regulations, rules and regulations that need to abide by. Yeah. Okay, so that's all I have to share. For those who have not joined my Telegram channel, then make sure you do so, because I do have some exclusive, investing insights of my own. I post very often in my Telegram channel as well. And on top of that, for those who want to attend my upcoming next Wednesday options foundation class, okay, because at the end I will also be sharing about OMI. So if you want to join my Telegram, there's some additional discount, okay, just for my Telegram followers as well. So join my Telegram, then you will understand how can you get additional discount, okay, that you can't get elsewhere. Okay, so backed by Tencent. All right, yeah, Tencent is such a strong company. For some reason, it's just dropping because with the market, the sentiment right now in China. But I think I'm really long term very bullish about Tencent and Alibaba. And I think for those who have not invested in, you can really consider to look into them. Okay, and yeah, that's it. Okay, so remember, if you want to get your Moomoo account set up, make sure fund $2,700 so that you can get the bonus. If you fund less than that, you will not be able to get $88. And yeah, I believe if you have the funds to invest, actually $2,700 is the minimum in order for you to really buy meaningful companies. To eventually, if you want to do options, that is the sum that you definitely need to require to get started your investment journey. So make sure you fund it so that you get $88 for free. They will put the 88 inside your account. And then on top of that, you will also have free Apple share. So this is basically my my own account, because recently I also want to try out Moomoo. So I basically bought 5 Facebook shares. And the moment I buy, the market started to drop. Okay, I also don't know why, but it's okay long term, right? So yeah, so I didn't fund a lot. I fund about 5,000 SGD only. And because I transacted 5 times, I basically buy Facebook shares 5 times, so that I can fulfill my 5 trades. And then I got my free Apple share. So this is my free Apple share, which is quite good. It's $300 worth of gift just by funding and really buying into great businesses I want to own anyway. So I'm okay. All right. So can we still long call if IV is very high? Okay, very good. So if you are thinking about doing strategy X, all right, then it may not be, you need to be careful, especially the IV is quite high. However, it could be a good time if high IV, right? You can do the other strategy called boss, because when high IV, when you sell, you collect more premium. Okay, so if you forgot about it, then make sure you go and revise your OMI. Okay, so that's all I have to share. Okay, hope you guys, okay, did you enjoy and what did you learn from this lesson? Okay, what did you learn from this sharing today? Okay, type in your greatest takeaway from this sharing, and we can all learn from each other. All right, it's very important that you type in your own lesson so that you crystallize your learning better, and you can also see what other people are learning from this. Okay, so we can all learn from each other's most important lesson. Okay, so Kenny said sell put. Yes, exactly. When IV is high, Kenny is a very good student. He understands the importance of, you can use the reverse, being a seller. All right, so that's all I have to share. Let me know your lesson. What is the greatest takeaway that you get from this? Okay, let me see. All right, start investing. Chiwa, top model student. Exactly, start investing. It's never too late to start. If you regretted not starting last year when COVID-19 happened, then don't regret anymore. Start investing, just accumulate, buy good businesses, buy great ETF, and think long term, right? You are going to be rewarded tremendously. And of course, if you know how to use options to accelerate your return, that will be even better as well, right? So what else? Know what are you doing? Otherwise, you will be gambling. Very good, Doreen, fantastic. Stay invested, stay safe, all right? Buy for long term, buy and buy. Yes, buy and buy for good businesses, good ETF, open Moomoo, and get free $88, all right? By 30th of September, by the way. Okay, so thanks for all right, sign up for Moomoo. Okay, that is your greatest key takeaway. Sign up, then start investing. Yeah, that's very good. Long call on QQQ. Very good. So for those who have watched my option strategy Kuli Kaishi, you will know that this is what I will be doing as well. All right, so that's all I have to share. Good night, everyone. Can't wait to see you guys in my next week Wednesday option foundation class for those who are very new. All right. If not, I will probably see you in tomorrow because we are conducting OMI. Okay. Every single month we do have one round OMI. It's gonna be very exciting. I'm conducting together with Pete. Oh my God, I'm so excited. All right, so that's all I have to share. Okay, see you guys. Thank you. Good night, everyone. じゃあね。バイバイ。また来回。バイバイ。